Hey everyone, Michelle here, the Brave Homeschooling Mama. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. A little bit about myself. I am a special education teacher turned homeschool mom. I have two kids, a 6-year-old and a 13-year-old, and I love to help new homeschooling parents by making videos about curriculum and day-to-day homeschool. Today I am reviewing Accelerated Individualized Mastery, Addition and Subtraction by Matthew C. So if you're interested in finding out more, make sure you stay tuned. After you're done watching this video, make sure you check the description box below so you can see everyone's the blog post where everyone's review is reviewing this product is linked, and also where you can find the products from Matthew C. So we'll also put that in the link in the description box below. So AIM, this is short for the Accelerated Individual Mastery. It is a program for older children, for kids 8 to 16-year-old that are having trouble remembering math facts. So I'm using this with my daughter who's 13 years old, and she does have a disability in math. She has trouble remembering those math facts, so this is being a great addition to our math curriculum, to our math lessons. So this, like I said, is for older children. Children are having a hard time learning those facts, and if they don't, it's hard if you don't know those math facts, addition and subtraction, to be able to move on with your math, in your math. So this has been a great addition for that, and a great thing to work on those skills. So I'm going to show you really quick what came in the box, and I'll explain a little bit more how the program works. The box comes with, this is what it came in here, it came with a Matthew C blocks. So this set of blocks, we are going to be using this to work through a math problem. So learn our strategies. We're going to be using this integer blocks, okay? It came with the resource guide for parents. Everything you need to know about what this program is all about, how to do the lessons, how to go through the lessons is in here. It came with some color pencils, math fact cards, and with this poster cards where it is just a visual for you to teach your children the different strategies that we're going to be learning through the lessons. Okay, there are 22 lessons in here, and we are the first half of the book. We are working on our addition facts, and the other half we are working also on subtraction, how to miss and add in, all those skills in there. Okay, so Accelerated Individualized Mastery. What does that mean? What does AIM mean? So accelerated means we're going to move through this quickly. We are going to be working one skill at a time to be able to move throughout the lessons. They work one skill at a time. We're like the first, we're working on the +8s. So going to be working from that lesson. And then individualize. Your student is going to work at their own pace. They might take a week to work one lesson. It might take 2 days. It all depends on your child and how they work through math. If you have a child that has anxiety because of math, and like I know my child does, we might have to slow down a little bit more through these lessons. Or if you have a kid that's just struggling, but kind of they might enjoy math a little bit, you can go a little bit faster. It all depends on your child. And for mastery, you want to make sure when you're done with each lesson, when you're done working through these lessons, that your child has mastered the skills, that they're able to answer these problems without having to put any mental effort. And that's what we want for our children. Kids are going through this. Our kids are having a hard time remembering this math fact, having a hard time being able to move through math because of this fact. So we are hoping that by the end of this, our children be able to answer this math fact without a lot of effort. So the first thing that you should do before starting this math lesson, you should give your child the AIM assessment. You need to know exactly where they are, what they know. That's the first thing that I did when I received the box. I went online. Also, I forgot to mention, there is an online aspect where there's tons of other resources that the lessons are in there for you to watch, so you know how to teach your child those skills. So it's also something that I'll be showing you at the end, so you can see what everything else that comes, not just the box. There's an online toolbox. There's tons of other resources for you to use. So the first thing you should do the AIM assessment. There's a video online that teaches you exactly how to do the assessment, also instructions in here. You want to ask your children first to do addition and then subtraction. When you give them a problem, you're going to give them to them orally, and make sure that they answer this problem in 3 seconds or less without counting on their fingers, without counting by ones. That's what we want to see. And then at the end, you count the ones that they know. And then if it's less than 108, then yes, this is If it says total 109 or more, you might be able to find a math, curriculum to start with. But if it's 108 or less, you might have to. It says 85% recall, and we got a 51. Yes, their child will definitely benefit from using this program. And I knew, before we started this, that she was going to benefit, and this is where she might be at. I'm going to show you really quick how the lessons are set up. So in the book and here in the resource guide, it takes you a little bit more. It explains to you an overview of the program. It teaches you, the components. Okay, everything that comes with this, the videos, the lessons, the activities that are online, all the resources that you have available for you. Okay, everything is in here. How to go through the lessons. One of the things that is important that it teaches as you go through this lesson, I'll talk a little bit more when I show you the lesson. Make sure you take breaks through this. Every session, so each lesson is separated in different sessions. So make sure this session doesn't take more than 15 minutes. And after that, make sure you take a break. It could be a day break. You go and start the next day. It could be 2 or 3 hours. You come back to math. It all depends on your child, how they work through it, the level of anxiety because of math. So know your child and know, okay, so maybe I can do session A and then come back in a couple hours and do session B. It might be you might have to come back next day. It might take you a couple of days to do one lesson, and that's okay. You want to make sure your child learns these facts. Make sure you learn to mastery. So it might take a couple of days for your child to learn, get to mastery. It might take 2 days or 1 day. It all depends on your child. So make sure that you look for that. It's a section with answer frequently asked questions, and it tells you exactly what you're going to be doing for each lesson, like how the lessons are set up. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to show you. Let's start here in lesson 9. I'm sorry, on lesson 3. So this is where we're working for the +9s. So the first thing you do, you watch a video, so it teaches you how to teach the lesson. So you know the skills that you're going to be working on. You're going to read the lesson instructions. You read the lesson, and then you're going to study the example. So when you are teaching the lesson, you're teaching your kids the skill. You know exactly how to teach the lesson to them. So that's very important also to watch the video. It tells you the materials that you're going to need. So you're going to need the blocks for all the lessons. These are very important. You want your child to be able to learn how to build a problem. So this is why the blocks come into place. Your child needs to see what they're doing. So this is when you use the blocks. You use it. They build the problem. They build 9 + 5. And then they be able to write it down and they say it. And you follow this process, build, write, say, and to help your kids remember the strategy and remember the math facts. So you do session A by using the blocks. You teach them the strategy. That's where also when you can use the posters. This is not the one for this lesson, but you show them the poster that goes with the lesson, so you do it before the lesson, you do when you come back the next day, so they can remember the strategy. So one of the things they're learning for the +9, I'm going to share really quick that they need to learn that the 9 wants to be a 10. So you have 9 + 5, the 9 wants to be a 10. It acts like a vacuum. It vacuums the 1 from the 5, and it's 10, and then you do 10 + 4, 14. And then that's how it teaches. That's why you need the blocks. That's why you're using the blocks in these lessons. Then you take a break. You might come back when you do, present present the strategy, present the lesson to them by using the blocks. And then you're going to take a break. It could be, like I said, 2-hour break. It could be a day break. It depends on your child. Then you go to session B, where you're going to demonstrate the understanding. Your child in the session are going to have some word problems to work through. They're going to use the blocks to work through the word problem. They're going to write the answer, and then they're going to say it. So they're showing you that they know how to do how to complete the math facts or how to answer the math facts. Then you take another break. Session C, transition math facts to visual memory. Can they remember these facts? And then you go to assess for mastery. If you do the cards, with your child, then your child knows them. You try to do them at least 3 times, and they have little stars in the bottom that you mark as they know them. 3 times throughout the lesson. There's a couple sessions in there, and they know them. You move on. You want to make sure that your child masters those facts before you move on to the next lesson. It has taken us a little bit long. We are in lesson 6. My daughter has a hard time remembering these facts. She's in 13. She does, struggle with math. So it's okay. You take your time. This is why this is individualized. You want to individualize for your child. Take the time with them to work through these problems. And it goes like that. It has 22 lessons, and you work throughout the lessons. You can take a break from all your math lessons, or you can just work on this. It depends, like I said, all depends on your child and how you want to go through them. But this has just been great. It's been a great resource for us to work on our math skills. We are taking we are still doing our regular math, and we're using this as an extra resource to keep working on those math facts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the online resources. And so when you log in into your account dashboard, you're gonna click on Aim for Addition and Subtraction Digital Pack. Then you're gonna click here in this pull down menu, Accelerated Individualized Mastery, and then you select your level, which is Addition and Subtraction. And then here you're going to have all your lessons for the AIM. I'm going to click on a lesson. I'm going to click on lesson 3. Here you'll have your video that you can watch to learn how to teach the lesson. You have lesson 3. You click here on lesson 3, and you have a PDF file for the addition +9 lesson, fact cards, and then the word problems. And you have the solutions, and you have more activities that you can work with your kids. The build, write, and say. Those are more activities if you need more from what they need, more extra practice to master those facts. You can go to build, write, and say. You have the fast fact check-ins, and then you have more review activities. And then you have some resources here. Online drilling. You can create some worksheets, some digital manipulatives that the children can use, and then fact mastery chart and mastery chart for the subtraction. So you get tons of other resources, not just what comes in the box. You can come in here and find tons of different activities that you can use with your children to master those math facts. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure when you're done watching this video, just check the description box below for the link to the blog post for the so you can see everyone's review, and also a link for Matthew C, where you can find this wonderful resource. I will see you soon.